A séance has been held in the great house of Collinwood. A séance which has sent one woman on an uncertain, frightening journey back to the past, to the year 1795. There, each of the Collins ancestors resembles a present-day member of the Collins family, but the names and the relationships have changed, and Victoria Winters finds herself a stranger in a sea of familiar faces, one of whom has unknowingly married a practitioner of black magic. And after his discovery of his wife's secret, he feels he has only one tragic course.
Do you really hate me that much?
You are the witch, I know that.
I never wanted you to find out.
I listened outside of your door when you made Victoria Winters run from her room. I think I know everything.
That I loved you? That I love you still? Do you really know that? I will always love you. Remember that.
You love me. You and I define that differently. You've made me hate myself so much that I'm able to kill you without doubt or thought.
You cannot kill me. You cannot touch me. I have many powers, Barnabas. I never wanted you to know that.
I have powers too. I will hate you until I end your life, and I will end it.
You're going to put your arms down now. If I told those same arms to enclose me, to embrace me, they would. But I would not be that cruel.
Cruel? Have you ever been anything else? You've been practicing your witchcraft in this house ever since you came here.
Do you want me to stop? I will if you ask me. If you promise we'll start over.
Are you so naive that you think I could forget?
Yes, you could forget in time.
You turned the only woman I ever loved against me. Try your witchcraft on me, but you cannot stop me from loving Josette. Are you afraid to try?
I wanted you because you're a man, not a puppet. I wouldn't turn you into that now. Not if that were the only way I could have you. You think I don't love you? That should prove to you that I do. When we met in Martinique, you saw a woman, not a witch. That woman stands before you now.
That witch is still in your heart and mind. You've destroyed all our lives, and yet you have no regrets.
I have regrets. I never wanted Jeremiah to die.
You were as responsible for Jeremiah's death as if you yourself had pulled that trigger.
Yes.
I never guessed, all the while, that the Countess and my Aunt Abigail were around the house saying there's a witch in this house. There's an evil force. I laughed. I wouldn't believe it. There are no such things as witches. What did you do?
Why do you want me to tell you?
Because I must know.
To feed your hatred?
The record must be straight. The night you arrived here, you came to my room.
I had done nothing then. Oh, you must believe that. If you had loved me as you did in Martinique, none of this would have happened.
I love Josette. Why do you seem to forget that?
Because I don't want it to be so. I was so sure I could change it. I hated her. For once I would have something that belonged to her. But I loved you. That first night you made me so angry. I didn't want to. I didn't want to love you. I wanted you... Yes. I wanted you dead.
And I began to choke. I couldn't breathe.
When I saw you suffering, I knew I couldn't let you die. So I took the spell away.
And then you turned on Josette.
Yes.
And Jeremiah.
It's the only way I could see to...
And Sarah. You made her ill, didn't you? That doll that was in your suitcase, it was hers. And the pins. She would have died if I hadn't promised to marry you.
But you promised.
To save my sister.
Just as you will go on staying with me.
I am leaving this house tonight.
No, Barnabas. You will stay here.
Nothing you can do can make me continue this. Do you think we can carry on playing as if we were being happily married?
That is exactly what we are going to do.
I'm going to take you into Collinsport and turn you over to the authorities.
No. You will never do that. And in time, as the years go by, you will learn that we can have a good life together.
I don't need your prophecies.
If you leave me, if you say anything against me or tell anyone about me, if you act in any other way than as my attentive husband, something may happen to Josette.
No.
Do you want me to conjure up a vision for you? A vision of Josette dying?
Service!
I could, very easily. It wouldn't be real, but it could become real. Remember that, Barnabas. For Josette's life, you will remain with me.
No, you must not come with me.
Oh, nonsense. I always see my ladies home.
A lady would not be getting in this late.
Oh?
Oh, what shall I say if someone sees me?
Well, it was such a lovely night, you decided to go for a walk.
I never walk. And it's not lovely. It's black and gloomy.
Yes, as you are, very suddenly.
No.
Oh, now you changed too quickly. An hour ago, you were more than willing to let me,
Lieutenant, please.
Lieutenant? Oh, you haven't called me that since the first night you stole out to meet me.
I'm not going to do that again. Ever.
Oh, do you really believe that?
I'm going to try not to do it again. I am. Oh, I'm not at all the way you make me. I shock myself, and that certainly is bad for one's constitution.
Is falling in love such a shock?
Oh, do not talk about love.
I can think of no other subject half so interesting.
You.
What?
You.
What?
I'm going in now.
Oh, no, not until you tell me what you started out to say.
I don't think you know anything about love.
Shh. Oh.
Please. Well, you talk about it, but you don't feel it, I don't think. I mean, you talk about my loving you, not about your loving me. And to know about love, one must base one's knowledge on oneself, I've heard.
Are you basing your knowledge on what you have felt?
We're not talking about me. Oh, this is truly impossible. We shall never be alone again.
Oh, invite me to tea tomorrow and I'll convince you out of that ridiculous decision.
No, you are not conducting this courtship according to...
What? The rules? I hate rules. So will you, sooner or later.
No, look.
Oh, Barnabas.
Oh, I am ruined.
Cousin Millicent. Nathan, I'm so glad you're up.
Cousin Barnabas, we met by chance.
I was sure everyone was asleep.
Oh, I couldn't. I went for a stroll.
And the lieutenant.
Oh, yes, I was out walking in the woods.
Oh. Well, I must beg your help.
Yes, of course, anything.
Well, it's Cousin Millicent's help that I must ask for. I cannot explain, so you must promise me not to reveal what I request.
Of course, you know we won't.
I must see Josette tonight.
Josette? Oh, but she's asleep. Everyone is asleep.
I am aware of that, but will you wake her up? I must see her tonight. I cannot wait until tomorrow morning.
I don't understand.
I know you don't understand, but please, will you do this much for me, or will you not?
That won't be necessary.
Oh.
Countess.
Oh.
I have not seen you to congratulate you on your marriage, Barnabas.
Countess, I must see Josette tonight.
What an odd way to spend your honeymoon. She does not wish to see you.
He has left the house. My eyes cannot follow him. Where has he gone? He would not dare. He knows I would kill Josette. I must have eyes that follow him everywhere. I must have eyes that tell me everyone he sees.
This is ridiculous. I will not permit you to see Josette.
But it is so important.
Oh, Barnabas, really? What do you want to tell her? That you're sorry you married her maid? I should think you would be. It's none of my business. Well, that's a phrase that I never knew until I came to Collinwood. In Martinique, everything is my business. Here, Josette. She is unhappy enough.
I know that.
You certainly have no right to cause her any more sleepless nights.
I have no desire to, but unless she listens or you do.
Well, what will happen?
I don't know, but something. Another tragedy, perhaps. She's in danger.
From whom?
You must not ask.
Asking is the only thing I do well. Who could possibly feel anything but pity for Josette at this point? Who is so uncivilized as to continue punishing her?
Someone believe me.
It is bad manners to be so vague, Barnabas. Who?
The witch.
The unfortunate Miss Winters? Making voodoo in her jail cell? I find that hard to believe.
If you found what I've discovered, you would find it impossible to believe. Now, I can't tell you anything until I've decided what to do about it, but the first step is to waken Josette and pack what you can.
This is incredible.
I'll have a carriage waiting for you. It will take you to Boston.
And what will we do there?
You will wait there until...
Until you find some new mad hallucination?
No!
Well, what then? You've told me nothing.
Oh, you are a woman, Countess. You could believe and follow. You always believed in following your instincts.
Exactly why I have refused to awaken Josette.
Well, then believe in mine.
Does it hurt you so much to see her here?
No.
Well, then, Angelique, is our presence ruining your honeymoon?
It's a question of saving her life.
Her life? Or your curious morality? Forget Josette and allow her to forget you.
I'm only trying to protect her.
Then you are usurping my position and that of her father. We can manage quite nicely, thank you. Now I will go downstairs with you.
Countess, I thought we were friends.
I did too.
You listened to me before.
I respected you before this ridiculous marriage. I'm beginning to think it's impossible to have friendship with anyone in this house. You're all too difficult to understand. You're all too unwilling to explain yourselves.
You would stop me now from what I must do.
Of course I would. You're making riddles again. I am too old, and it is too late. Come.
You do not need to take me down.
I prefer to. I want to make sure that you do not awaken Josette yourself.
Very well, Countess. But remember, if anything happens to Josette, you will be responsible.
Eyes of the night. There is a body you can borrow and become my eyes in the night. Those eyes can watch Barnabas wherever he goes, see whomever he sees. Tell me what happens to him. I need your eyes in the night. You must watch him well. Find him now at Collinwood, where he must be. Find him.
Oh, no. I'm not going to let you in like this.
There's no other way I can.
Oh, why? Because two people saw us together?
No one has ever seen me with anyone.
Well, that, I believe, is not to your credit.
At this hour, it is compromising, sir. If you were a gentleman, you would know that. Nathan?
You should never have seen me at all if I am no gentleman.
I didn't know. Perhaps the truth is that I'm not a lady. I always assumed I was because no one else ever had any doubt about it.
Then you'll meet me tomorrow night?
But now they know.
Well, then why be afraid?
Oh, Cousin Barnabas, Lieutenant Forbes was waiting with me until you came back.
Yes.
Unusual, I'm sure, as it seems.
I didn't think she ought to be out alone in the cold night air. Her health, you know.
So he's been keeping me company. Isn't that nice?
Cousin Millicent, will you be seeing Josette in the morning?
Of course.
Alone?
I can.
Well, you must tell her that I will be in the garden at 9. It's most important that she meet me there.
Josette, meet you.
Will you do that for me?
Oh, I'm not sure that I should.
Oh, now.
It's not proper for you and Josette
Don't be shocked, Miss Collins. Friends can get together whenever they want to, no matter what the circumstances. It's ridiculous to be so old-fashioned. Besides, you might want Barnabas to do you a favor sometime.
Yes. Nathan, Lieutenant Forbes is quite right.
You will see that she is there.
Oh, I can't promise that.
Make her believe that I would never ask her unless it were of the utmost importance. Do you understand that?
Well, actually, I don't. At all. I'll try, though.
Good. In the garden at 9 o'clock. Please tell her that.
Millicent will have her there.
Oh, I will try, surely.
Millicent, what's wrong?
I don't know. A chill. Someone is watching us.
Where?
Out there.
There's nothing.
No. No, there is...
You better go inside.
Yes, Millicent, so much has happened in this house that can't be explained. Perhaps it would be best if you did go in.
You're quite right, Lieutenant. Thank you. I will speak with Josette. Good night.
Good night. There is something out there.
There always is.
No, she's right. There are eyes watching.
Barnabas, what's wrong? Why did you come here tonight?
What is that sound?
It's a bird?
No, it isn't.
Barnabas, can I help you?
There's nothing you can do.
Are you sure? If you have troubles, I'd be glad just to listen to them. You look like someone who needs to talk.
I do.
I've had a great deal more experience, possibly, with women like Angelique than you. Oh, no, don't be angry. I'm not implying anything. I just thought that possibly I could help.
Yes, you can. I need to talk to someone.
What is that? A bat. Barnabas, look, a bat. It's watching us.